I got back from the Philippines on Tuesday. While I was visiting there, we stayed with the Manoto family, and they spoke mostly their native language, which was Pampangan, and they also spoke Tagalog, and they also spoke English. What I knew that they spoke English in the Philippines. I was expecting it to be more common. They spoke conversationally amongst their family in their native language, the Pampangan language. And I was there with someone who knew English very well from the Rise Up team, and she was able to translate for me, but she didn't translate everything that they talked about, like all the conversational things that aren't necessarily critical for me to know. And so sometimes she would tell me, oh, they're talking about this. And then sometimes I would ask questions like, oh, what are they saying? And then she would tell me. But that was a struggle that I didn't anticipate would be such a struggle. So I don't know how I would do it differently next time. I guess I need to think about that. But something that I've learned this week as I've been preparing to submit this and work to get this published is avoidance and how I've addressed that. And something that I've done is made a list of what I do to avoid sending out story pitches. So today I knew that it started out with I am going to send a story pitch today. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to send it today. And so I was getting myself pumped up, and then I got out the computer, and then I was like, wait, I need to eat a snack. And then I pulled up my stuff, sat down, pulled up my email, and I was about to pull up the draft on Google Docs of the story pitch that I had previously written. And then I was like, oh, I should check my email right now. And then I was realizing that I was putting all of these things in front of me, trying to procrastinate and fill my time with things that aren't necessarily important. And so I decided to write this list. And so after I wrote this list, I looked over my draft and made just a few changes and then sent it. And it was so easy. After I sent it, I thought about how I should send it to National Geographic magazine, because that's my goal, right? And a couple weeks ago, I read an article about farmers in India, and it's not the same story as what they're doing in the Philippines, but it's very similar. And it made me realize if National Geographic is publishing a story like this, I can definitely do what she's doing, what that writer is doing. I can create a story like that. And as I thought about that, I was like, oh, I need another snack. And then I added what all I learned to this list that I have written, and now I'm doing this. And so I guess my next step is to find out who I need to send it to National Geographic magazine. I don't think it's going to be easy as it was for California magazine, because they were very open. They were open to story ideas, but with National Geographic, as big as it is, I'm like, how do I find the right person to send it to? So that's going to be my assignment for tonight.